want to
Okay, so
speak in Chinese, or I will be.
English.
Okay.
So it's been we're quickly following up the development of this conflict. What's China's position on this?
I think as a Chinese, you should know the Chinese position very well. Indeed, our position is very clear. We are very much concerned about the deteriorating situation, and we take it as a very dangerous one. We are very much concerned about the further escalation of the tension, and also it's our strong position that all efforts must be made to protect civilians and to avoid the further deterioration of the humanitarian situation or humanitarian crisis, or even to make it a further deteriorated humanitarian disaster. That's really what we want to see. So we support and we welcome all the efforts, and we also support the appeals of the Secretary General along this direction, and including avoiding the further spillover of the situation in Gaza. We had a meeting this afternoon, and we heard from the Secretary General about his concerns, about his assessment on the situation on the ground. The good thing is that there is an emerging consensus on our understanding on the seriousness of the humanitarian situation, and there's an emerging voice in the Council that we should take action to really to tackle the humanitarian part, and then to really to prevent the further deterioration or a humanitarian disaster, and we will continue to work along that direction. It's also China's strong view that the Security Council should exercise its responsibilities, and also to have a strong voice on this really alarming situation, and also to take meaningful actions. So for that, we welcome all efforts which will be helpful, or which will help to cease the fire, to de-escalate the tension, and for the protection of civilians. Civilians from both Israel and Palestine.
Draft resolution that has been
As I
circulated.
said, we have just received a draft resolution from the Russian Federation. What I can say is that we are open to all efforts which will help cease the fire, will help de-escalate the tension.
Ambassador, but you say that there was consensus on certain things. So why not coming up today with that?
What I said is that there is an emerging consensus on the concerns of the humanitarian concerns. We are working on that. I think China is also working very hard on that. That's also our strong view. We should have a strong voice.
If there is a consensus on a humanitarian or emerging consensus, how about emerging consensus of demanding that Israel reversed its call for the evacuation of Gaza?
Let's continue to work on that. It's a very worrying and very alarming situation. I fully understand that there will be a lot of difficulties ahead of us, but we have to work harder to prevent the things to go further down the wrong direction. Thank you.
So the draft resolution appeared just 2 minutes before we went into the council meeting, and I think, for something that is as important as this, we've already seen how much human life has been destroyed. We need time for consultation, serious consultation. So I think that will be the next step.
The resolution would need to at least mention Hamas. It currently doesn't.
So as I say, we got the text 2 minutes before we went into the council, and what we need to do now is have some proper consultations before we move forward on that. Thanks a lot.
Might be a chance for it.